Some more cute names for the rental places. Toes in the Sand. A sight to see over here. My Blue Heaven. And then what did they come up with? Boswell Beach. Doesn't fit the theme. Welcome to the channel. I am Matt the Lizard, your guide in this adventure and exploration. As always, keep both hands inside the video and watch to the complete very end of the video. All right, let's go see what's going on. Today we're continuing our beach access tour, going down the beach access points, trying to go in numerical order. I did skip a couple, but we're over here on what's known as South Thomas Drive, just following the coast, heading up towards the condo towers row, I guess you could call it, numerical strip. Sorry about the motorcycles, it is Thunder Beach, and we're pro tourism on this channel, as noisy as they are. You can see behind me there's a nice little retention pond. I wouldn't really call it a park. I guess you could come in here. There's no signs that say not to. It borders Signal Hill Golf Course, which is acres and acres of golfing fun. Not a sponsor. Retention of water is important everywhere you go, especially in Florida. You can't build something without having displaced the water that would normally sit there. So this keeps flooding mitigated and gives the animals somewhere to live. You can see there's a bunch of birds. There's probably alligators in that lake. I wouldn't be surprised. But if I leave them alone, they will leave me alone. Okay, you can see Thomas Drive curves right here and heads up towards Walmart and Front Beach Road, beginning of the strip, beginning of Panama City Beach. Just walking along. I'm not going to tour the whole park. You can kind of see it's a nice little spot. There's some kind of bird sitting on the fountain in the middle of the lake. Oh man, somebody threw a bucket in there. I don't have a way to get that out, unfortunately. And you can see we're just right up against Signal Hill. I'm not a good golfer. I've golfed a few times. I shoot in the low 20s, that's 120s. But it is a popular pastime in Florida. I have nothing against it. All right, we're gonna continue down. We're gonna head through a bunch of them. I'm gonna do a combo because they're so close together. Where we had left off last was at the Gulf Crest condo over there. And I'm standing in front of what used to be the super clubs of La Villa and Spinnaker. Come party with thousands. The big joke was to say come party with dozens. And now you will party with no one. And it's very clearly marked, no trespassing. There are quite a few of people who do urban exploration in there. There are some videos online. I would just warn you, the owners are very vigorous about prosecution, so don't do it. But at least I can kind of show you what it looks like. You can see off in the distance, there's the MTV tower. It used to be Party Central. La Villa here, and then to the left, Spinnaker behind the tree line. They both straddled the property line. You can go from one club to the other, providing you paid parking and a cover charge. And right up there, those curved windows, that was like an open air bar that had the best people watching back in the day. I'd go up there and just get a beer and just watch the fights, and lots of other interesting things happen there. So it's been empty and abandoned since at least Hurricane Michael, so we're heading into 6 years. And there's a lot of rumors surrounding it. A lot of people say it's going to be, Kid Rock is going to open a place there. Other people have said that Tootsie's is going to open up there. Tootsie's, the Orchid Lounge from Nashville and formerly Pier Park in Panama City Beach. For me, I would say if you look at the property, it's beachfront. Both properties are owned by different people, If they could get together, it would probably make one heck of a resort property. But that's just me, and I never fail to be disinterested by the actions of millionaires, as they never fail to baffle me. But that's okay, they can do what they want with their property. I would say whatever you're doing here would probably have to be a complete rebuild. And across the street we have Campers Inn, long-time local owned property. Very nice little campground. You can see the cabins that they have, and they also have a RV campground. And connected to that is Florida Water Sports, who we've already interviewed them at the Florida Boat Show. They sell a lot of LSVs, and they have a full service store inside. Basically, they don't want anyone to leave their property needlessly. They provide everything. They do have some awesome milkshakes. They sell kayaks, live bait, fishing gear galore. I would say this is probably the best place to go for fishing gear. They are not a sponsor, just good, real good people, and I don't mind shouting them out for whatever it's worth. Okay. You have to forgive some of the traffic noise. I tried to get out earlier before the motorcycles came. And then over there you can see a couple more of the condos. We're going to be heading that direction right now. You can see we start to have a lot more restaurant action. There's a pizza place. It's been several different owners since I've lived here. I don't think I've ever eaten at this one. There's an ice cream place, and you're looking at the Moondrifter condo behind it. And then over here is Top of the Gulf condo. And we're going to make the round towards the end of Thomas Drive. You'll see a bunch more condos over there. You can see right there is the Boardwalk Beach Hotel and Convention Center. Beachfront, of course, right across the street from the other side of Signal Hill. Beach access 25. Beach access 26. Beach access 27. Beach access 28. Beach access 29. Beach access 30. Beach access 31. And beach access 32. Beach access 33. And beach access 34. I can tell you an interesting story about this house behind me. It's a lot older than you might think it is. Been here for years. A lot of these other Airbnb beach styles were built after there was a lot of either storm damage or the places were older and they replaced them. But this one, I used to work with a guy who lived here, and it was pretty cool. And his whole thing was, it wasn't fancy, but it was clean and nice and small. He just did not want to live off the water. That was just his decision in life. He says, I want to live on the water. And he did that to the end of his days. He always lived on the water. He was an old Indiana guy, and that was his thing. Spent many a day in there having fun. He played a lot of bluegrass, and I'd sit in, we have a little jam session. Something else interesting right now, I want to be kind of quiet because there are some guests here. But if you look at this, Holiday Beach Rentals. The house is called Burnt Bottom. Of course, a lot of the vacation rental homes have cute little names, and that's neat. But this is the house where they shot many seasons of Floribama Shores on MTV. I've never been inside it, but I'm sure if you've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen that staircase many times. You've seen the kids being picked up here, being taken to clubs or out drinking. I don't believe it's filmed here anymore. They went to St. Pete Beach. They went to some other places. You know, my thoughts on something like that is, it was a very popular show, and anything like that is good for tourism, is good for the town. So I'm all for it. And I wish they would film here again. Everybody should film in Panama City Beach. It's beautiful. Look at this. I'm out here with a GoPro. I don't even know what I'm doing. Got beautiful weather, sunlight, plenty of things to see. It's so scenic. I mean, just take a look at this little neighborhood. That's Lake Town Wharf across the way. And going that direction is shores of Panama and the Sunbirds. Oh, here it is, kids. The Floribama Shores house in Panama City Beach. Without disturbing anybody, I'm going to get you a close-up view of it for anybody who's fans of the show. Scripted reality is kind of where we're at as a society. You do the thing, and then somebody else edits it, and you put it out as a narrative. Kind of like YouTube. I do that a little bit. You can see the back porch. Looks very familiar. They have their own private pool. And we'll try to show you the back side of the house. There it is. Available to rent. If you're a super mega fan of the show. I'm going to probably do a few more filming locations in this area. Kind of working on a master list of things that have been done here. Gideon's Trumpet, Finding Grace, and a very interesting one known as, well, the production title was East Side Story. And it became Dancing, It's On, which I'm actually in. So when I do a video about that, I'll show my scene in there. Non-speaking role. It was a lot of fun. It was a passion project for David Winters, choreographer to many, many stars, most especially Cher. He had done a bunch of the choreography in West Side Story, the original with Natalie Wood, and who doesn't love her, and that. But that was right over here, the shores of Panama. You could see the terracotta top building, the top 3 floors. He put cameras up there and filmed at the pool, and that was my scene. It was February. It was very cold, and because of all the B-roll pickup shots and stuff like that, once you did a motion, you had to keep doing that same motion over and over for every shot. The movie is, even though I'm in it and I thought I could just bring that production up, it's awful. There's no other way to put it. It's just a horrible movie. If you ever heard of vanity publishing, you write a book and put it out, which I'm actually doing as well, so I'm guilty. This was a vanity movie. I think he did a Kickstarter or something to raise funds for it. Super cool guy. He's since passed away. He's not with us anymore. Always super nice. I think it was good for the town that he did it, but the movie itself it's a rehashing of Romeo and Juliet, and it's just terrible. And I like horrible movies. I like B-grade movies. This, I don't even know how to qualify it. It was just awful. And then you can see behind me on this side, there's some older places. Again, you can see that they gave up on the grass because it's more valuable to have as parking than actual grass. And there's some other cottages here. Kind of like this place, has the little deck with the widow's walk going up top, little spiral staircase. The colors are very beachy. But look how shady it is. I mean, we're in full sun right now. It'd be a nice place to hang out. The Flamingo Bungalow. You can rent it at here. Call this number. Private heated pool and a hot tub. And you can see some older places here. It's been a while since I've been down here and seen what they've remodeled a bunch of these houses. One of these I almost moved into. Crazy story. I think it was this one. I actually think it was this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one. It was owned by Lita Ford, famous musician. She was married to Jim Gillette at the time, and they had, I believe that house is where they lived. Or no, it was, I think, this house. One of them. No, it was this one by number 32. Sorry. And he was into remodeling homes, and they came here to Panama City Beach, and he had bought a couple of houses here. And I remember this place looks cute now. It was kind of rough at the time, which is how you get a discount. I don't know if I would have stayed living here. It was very boxy inside, but he gutted it, put all new drywall and everything, and gosh, that was probably 25 years ago, so who knows what upgrades have been done since then. I mean, I think the place looks pretty cute now. You can see along here a whole bunch of Airbnb style rentals. The place has changed quite a bit since I first moved here. I'm not opposed to change, as long as it makes sense. You can see some older places. I love that. The two different colors. Might be two different sides. Or maybe they just want a bunch of different colors. Man, really old school type Class A motorhome. Weird. Oh, they're all like that. The two color. See some of the older houses here, and it's like there's a street and a house, and a street and a couple houses. They often joke that Panama City Beach was laid out, that they had dipped a cow's tail in some paint and gave it a smack, and it's kind of true. It is a little bit grid laid out here, but there's not a whole lot of consistent rhyme or reason to how they laid the streets out. They're all just basically cut-throughs for everybody. We may go down here. Parking is a bit scarce down this part of the beach. I've noticed for these beach access points. Once again, I mean, these are for the people to live across the street to come and access it. It's not really it's a public beach. It's open to the public, but they're not gonna have the gigantic parking lots. Wow. Rust never sleeps. It's a nice little alcove walkway through here. Each 25, each access 25. Take a little view, see what's going on. Look at that view. You can see a bunch of the condos to the east of us. Of course, we're in the middle of a sand dune here. And you get condos to the west. There was a double red flag yesterday, I believe. It's yellow flag today. Use caution. Some boats. See, it's not real busy. It's kind of early. This is the back side of the front side. A lot of these rentals. You see all the private walkways. There's a whole bunch of people on the patios eating their breakfast. I want to be kind of quiet. Don't want to disturb them. Although I will notice when I film, people are always like, "Oh, I'm sorry I got in your shot." I think that's part and parcel of it. If you're in public, I think the Supreme Court has decided this. You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy, but I want to be courteous to people. Courtesy doesn't cost much, and I've noticed a lot of people are courteous to me too. You know, make sure they didn't ruin my shot or whatever, and I have to constantly tell people it's fine. You do you. I'm doing me. Wouldn't the world be a little bit better if we all did that? I'm gonna go take a peek down Beach Access 26. I mean, oh, there's a cat. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. A little bit of natural pest repellent. Yeah, a lot of people feed the stray cats. I'm an animal lover, so I get it. They're not feral, they're just outside kitties. This is a nice deck. Again, more of those synthetic boards. We're just one access point over. We're over there. And you can see how close it is. I mean, the width of a lot, maybe 75 feet at the most. I'm not really good at guessing on that kind of stuff. This private access is pretty nice. It's long. They got solar power. And they have a little patio at the end, little chairs. And you can see right there. This is why they call it the Emerald Coast. See all that green? Beautiful. You can kind of see the outdoor patio seatings for these rental units here. It's kind of fun. I like their decorations. Oh, the one next to it looks, is it screened in? No, it's not. Again, I'm only an amateur appreciator of architectural stuff. That glass block, it's something you don't see too often anymore. It's cool. It's funky, very old school. Gives you privacy, of course. I'm shining a camera into it. But take a peek down Access 27. Pineapple. International symbol for welcoming. Unless it's upside down. And if you know what it means for an upside down pineapple, that's on you. And you need Jesus. New construction behind me. Kind of cool. I like what they're doing there. Looks like it's gas. Probably gas heater for the pool. Digging a whole bunch of stuff. They have a private pool or hot tub, or might be a wave pool. Both units have private ones. That's kind of neat. Beautiful deck here. I'm not going to go all the way down there. I just want to kind of show you. I like how everything's just a little bit different, and then you have random things like this, which at one time were probably a railing for the beach access, because you can see the pilings and the posts here, and it just stays. But it does kind of create a little bit of a barrier. You know, you don't want to trespass, of course, that's common sense, and you don't want to trample the dunes. That's not good for anybody. Okay. Man, I like that porch. All those hurricane grade window glass being put in. That's neat. Very cool, and it will rent constantly. Cool little alcove in here into what might be a carriage house. It could be another room. Panama City Beach, we sure blur the line between hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Let's see. Well, actually, this one has a sign in the window. This private property in whole or partial is not for rent, not for lease, not for sale to anyone at any one price. Leave now, you've been warned. Okay, I get it. Permanent resident. That's cool. You know what? They're probably tired of getting trampled by people or lowballers who come in and go, I'll give you $1 million for a $4 million property. You can see the front side of this construction here. They're complementary designs, but not quite copies of each other. And I'm sure next time I come through here, this will all be pavers and stuff. It looks very close to completion. Not sure what that is. Could be just scaffolding or getting up on the roof. I wouldn't want to be up there without some kind of protection. And you can see all the Airbnbs across. And there's like a little, I'm guessing, I'm counting 8 doors, 8-plex. Kind of older place, but nice. boscosbeach.rentals. Heard Beach Access 28, which does have Beach Billy, family and friends taking care of it as part of the Adopt a Beach Access partnership. Something I still consider joining, but I just might pick up random trash unauthorized. You can see all the scaffolding. That's what it is, yeah. Those poles are for scaffolding. Kind of a neat system. It's simple. Want the workers safe, because that's pretty tall. All built on sand. This place is kind of cool. Has like the little carport underneath. Lots of storage. You see the other side of those private pools. I'm sure they'll have a privacy fence or something. Because where I'm walking is public. You're steps away from their privacy. Don't trespass. Don't be that guy. Check out the new deck they built though, the little walkway out to the beach. It's cool. It's on big pilings. Some cool siding, shaker style, but the modern version of it. And I don't know if that's a completed color, but it looks nice. This one next to me here, it's gorgeous. Little patio deck here, another long walkway across the sand dune, going over to the beach. I'm gonna take a peek down Beach Access 30. Oh, there's a mourning dove. Ooh, ooh. Out looking for some breakfast. The Boswell Beach House again. And there's this, we mentioned before about the AC. Looks like a smaller unit, but it might be a really super efficient unit. At least here, the AC guy can maintenance it. I always think of those guys. Crawl space underneath with ventilation, that's nice. Fighting against the mold. Beautiful railings there, I like that a lot too. You can see the beach. Other side of those first houses I was looking at. That's cool. I kind of like the color scheme on this. Simple. And I like those windows. It's probably a bedroom. Letting lots of light in without letting as much heat in. And you got some low maintenance rock here. Check out Beach Access 31. We've talked about this on the channel before. Sometimes people leave coolers behind. It's not necessarily littering. We're trying to leave it for somebody to be repurposed. Hopefully that was the idea. Oh no, it wasn't. That's trash. Omaha steaks. Oh well. It won't fit in the garbage can, so I guess that was their solution. This is an older house. Maybe built in the 80s or 90s. Got all that stucco. I like their fence. It's Oliver. And I wish Oliver was here to see this. That was weird. He cursed my camera. Okay. Take a quick look here at the walk. Oh, they have like a swing. That's neat. These people have a little fire pit. Nice walkway out to the beach. The first no dog sign I saw. That's a bone of contention for a lot of people. If your dog is well behaved and you clean up after it, I don't see the big deal, but I'm not really sure about the laws. I think technically there's a one dog beach across from Pier Park. We'll hit that when we get down to that point. Take a look. I love dogs, but I can see their point. They don't want people stepping in mess. Ooh, they got some glass block too. That house might be older than I thought. It's got these really strange pilings with an external wing. Did they like modify this house to put a little extra support on there? I was watching a YouTube video, architectural based, about California, and this kind of house where it has the carport and apartments or condo above, they actually call a dingbat. So I will forever call it that. Very interesting topic. I like that kind of stuff. Is a solution for allowing more parking and dense housing, so you don't have your 1950s picket gate and the big Buick sitting outside. You can fit 2 or 3 families in one spot and 6 cars. Cool. We might just walk over to 32 instead of parking. They're so close together. It's all grass here. Something to consider. You want to be careful of sand spurs, otherwise known as porcupine eggs. You step on those, you'll be sorry. This beach access is also taken care of by Beach Billy, family and friends. Kudos to them. Looks good. I didn't see any trash on either of the spots that they clean. Let's see the other side of the house. Culligan water filter, gas service. More of those pilings. Maybe that's just the design. That's odd. Could be an engineering thing, like they had to have so much support. Yeah, again, here we go with the AC units, but these are easy to access. And a pool heater, which is gas. 2 AC units, probably 1 for each unit. This blue hose here. You pool owners out there know what's going on here. I won't tell the rest, your secret. Man, look at that glass block. This house might be a lot older than I thought. I guess they did that into the 80s and 90s. These people have a shower. You can see the patio and the swing. Little trail going down to the beach. They gave the serviceman a little ladder. Approved. I don't know why I bother with that. They know what they're doing. They don't need me to think about it. That's definitely an older house. If I had to bet, 40s. The shingles, I like the tin roof, the A-frame style. Wall AC unit though. Ooh, that's rough. You won't catch my wife there. She needs those. You see those? That's central air. That would be tough for her. She's an indoor kind of gal. I'm sure the place is really nice though. I just thought this was kind of cool, the prickly pear cactus. Again, you know, I don't know if it's native to here, but you will see a lot of it here. It grows wild sometimes. And this is very important in my series of funny signs. If you have to be told, you're probably not going to obey the sign. But they got to do what they got to do, especially since it's a corner. Probably that could be why they have the cactus there too. Let Rover go over there. You can't fix the problem, you can only move the problem. That's true for fire ants, roaches, and dog poop. Well, actually, if I had read the sign, which I filmed before, you can see no pets are allowed on beach at any time. Bay County Ordinance number 89-20, section 4-40. Okay, so that resolved that. And of course, as a local, what we call the beach and what you would call the beach are maybe two different things. We called the beach Panama City Beach. I live on the beach. I live in Panama City Beach. What the tourists call the beach is out that way. And what law enforcement is calling it is the sandy portion of the beach. So basically where there's no houses and it touches the water, that's the actual true beach. But I mean, we're standing on sand right now, so. These people went to town with the salmon paint. Again, it is a beach, so I understand. And I think, what, in the Caribbean, the flashy colors and the low houses were all kind of like heat and sunlight deterrents, as the fluorescent colors tend to reflect the heat, whereas black absorbs it. And having a small little areas between the houses like this creates a natural breezeway. It could be just out of tradition at this point, not really efficiency. All right, we're on number 33 right now. I'll take a look down here. There's the side view of the house where my co-worker used to live. Looks like it's been extremely modernized. It used to be kind of an old brown wooden place. Nice little walkway here. And you can get a really good high view of the beach here. There's a sunbird. And all the houses we looked at previously. Love the little deck up there, that's cool. Yeah, house is not very tall. If an investor ever buys it, I'm sure they'll knock it down and put one like the one to the side of it. $1 per square foot. Oh, these people have really nice grass. I like the hedge, but the OCD in my soul wants me to go with clippers and a cage and make it square. But it's not mine, so that's not reasonable. And I think we're gonna just walk right over to number 34 as well, because it's right here. You can see the rentals here. Sunseeker. Looks like about 8 units. Well, no, 3, 6, 9 units. Some older rental cottages here. Kind of like their look. They're not very big. Here's on number 34. There we go. This one has a bike rack, so that's kind of nice. Talked about it at length before. We're not really a bike friendly community. Do have some bike lanes, and bikers do have some rights on the roads here. It just, we're not like going to be progressive like a Portland or somewhere like that, and I'm not sure that we want to be like that. Equal access for all. All right, nice little walkway here. Wow, is it really nice and shady over on this side? Man, I want to know who does their grass. Both sides of it just look awesome. You hear those waves crashing? That's really nice. Swing. Close-up view of the sunbird. Okay. Well, there you have it, and there it is. Thanks for watching. This was another fun one for me to shoot. I really enjoyed it. Beach Access series is kind of interesting to me. I'm learning some new things along the way, and hopefully the place beautifully enough that you'll come and enjoy it as well. Highly suggest it. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to find out when I get a new video uploaded, you hit the notification bell. If you can do all of those things and hit share, it would be super, super appreciated. I appreciate all my viewers, subscribers, anyone who's doing any of that stuff to help me grow the channel. I'm getting there little by little, and I do appreciate every second of your view time. Well, remember, you are important, and the world needs more people like you. Matt the Lizard, out.